Mr. Markers, I'm going to move kind of fast here today, so I apologize in advance if I interrupt you. We only have 5 minutes. I want to first agree with a lot of the comments that Senator Toomey made. We need to encourage innovation, but I want to explore today the underpinnings of Libra. Can we agree that a banker should be trustworthy?
Yes, Senator.
Can we agree that a banker should be honest?
Yes, Senator.
Can we agree that a banker should respect a customer's privacy?
Senator, yes, of course, but we are not going to engage in banking services.
Can we agree that
that
Facebook knew in the spring of 2016 that Russia was attempting through Facebook to disrupt the U.S. presidential election?
Senator, with regards to those events, we definitely moved too slow, and we've learned...
Isn't it true that your general counsel and your chief security officer knew in the spring of 2016? Isn't it true that Mr. Zuckerberg and your CFO, Ms. Sandberg, I believe, knew in December of 2016? Isn't it also true that you didn't tell your board of directors, they didn't tell the board of directors until 2017? Until September 2017? Isn't that accurate?
Senator, we definitely moved too slow to recognize the activities that were happening on the platform.
Well,
but
excuse me if interrupting, but I only got 5 minutes. In September 2017, when senior management told your board of directors, Facebook also issued a statement. It said, yeah, the Russians have tried to disrupt the election through Facebook, but they only spent $100,000 and they only ran 3,000 ads. That was a lie, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, Senator.
That was a lie, wasn't it?
I don't believe it was, but...
Well, later Facebook admitted that actually the Russian ad had reached 126 million people, didn't they?
Well, Senator, I believe that the people who answered that question at the time answered to the best of their knowledge at the time.
Right. When Mr. Zuckerberg was conducting his listening tour across the whole country, first half, I think, of 2017, when he was feeding cows in Wisconsin and having dinner with refugees in Minneapolis, he knew about the Russian involvement, didn't he?
I don't know, Senator.
Okay. He didn't say anything, did he?
I don't remember the timeline, Senator.
Okay. In the spring of 2017, spring and summer, our Intelligence Committee in the U.S. Senate started investigating the Russian attempts to disrupt the election through Facebook. Facebook issued a statement saying there were no such attempts. That was a lie, wasn't it?
Senator, I don't remember the timeline, and I believe that people have always answered truthfully with the information they had at the time.
Okay, in June of 2018, let me fast forward a little bit, we found out that Facebook was sharing user data with device makers, a whole bunch of them, 40 of them, Amazon, Microsoft, Samsung. Facebook didn't disclose that to the users, did it?
Senator, my understanding, and again, it was not my responsibility or my team, is that this was designed to enable those phone manufacturers to build integration within the Facebook product to serve those consumers using these devices.
Okay. Your algorithms are such that if I watch a video on a topic, I'm immediately shown videos on more extreme versions of that topic. We call that stickiness. Is that correct?
This is not the way that the Facebook platform operates today, Senator.
But it did for a long time, right?
Senator, Mark really led through the change.
Well, can we agree on this, that Facebook has now become the major news source for many, many people, probably the major news source? Is that true?
I don't believe it is, Senator. I believe that more and more people are interacting with other people on the platform.
60% of your users say they get their news off Facebook as their primary source. Isn't it true, I really want your opinion, that Facebook has chosen to advance a set of values in which truthful reporting has been displaced by flagrant displays of bullshit?
I don't know how to answer that question, Senator.
Okay. Well, here's my last question, and I agree again with Senator Toomey. I have great respect for Facebook, but Facebook now wants to control the money supply. What could possibly go wrong?
Senator, we will not control either Libra, the currency, or the association, and we agree that no company should control such a network or digital currency.
I'd like a second round if we could, Mr. Chairman.
If we have time, I will be glad to do that for senators who so wish. So with that, Senator Kennedy.
Mr. Markers, I want to follow up on Senator Cotton's concerns, and I think the basis for his concern is we can agree on this, I think, that Facebook is not really a company anymore. It's a country. I mean, you get 2.2 billion people that use it. I don't see anything in the documents that I've seen that would prevent the members of Calibra, once Libra is prevalent throughout the world, saying, you know, we don't believe in abortion rights, and we have the transaction data of all these people. So we're just going to say if you believe in abortion rights, you can't use Libra, or vice versa. And you could make that assessment on the basis of any person's position on socioeconomic issues. I think you need to address that. Let me ask you a question about, again, there's a big issue in trust here. In May of a couple of years ago, I think it was 2016, there was an article appeared that quoted news curators at Facebook. They were in charge of the trending news section. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, Senator.
Right. I don't think you have it anymore. But they testified that they had been instructed by the management of Facebook to suppress news stories of interest to conservative readers, even if they met the qualifications of trending. And they stated that they were told to suppress news stories about CPAC, Mitt Romney, Rand Paul, Lois Lerner, Scott Walker, Chris Kyle, Ted Cruz, articles from Newsmax, articles from the Washington Examiner. And one of the curators even kept a log. Is that true?
Senator, I wasn't part of that team, and I'm not aware of how it functioned, but that product doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. Well, the news curators also told that they were instructed to include in the trending news section articles from certain publications, whether they were true or not. And two of those publications were CNN and New York Times. Is that true?
Senator, again, I wasn't involved, and this was not my product team, and it might have happened even prior to my time. I do want to say, though, that Facebook really is a technology platform that is neutral when it comes to...
I'm familiar with Facebook. Let me just ask one other question. The news curators said they were told by management not to ever put in an article in the trending news section about Facebook. Is that true?
Again, Senator, this was not my team, and I'm not aware.
Okay. Is there any data that Facebook has on its customers, if you will, that on principle Facebook wouldn't monetize?
Well, Senator, the way that the data is used on Facebook when it comes to monetization is enabling better ads, to serve better ads to people that are personalized.
I get that. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I get that. But is there any data that on principle Facebook would say, we're not going to make money on this. This crosses the line. Have you ever thought about that?
Well, Senator, it's not about making money, but as far as Calibra is concerned, the commitment...
It's not about making money?
Senator, we don't typically look at data in a way that is to make money, is just to improve the service, including improving the quality of the ads that we
Let
serve.
me stop you now, Mr. Marcus. You're telling me that money is a secondary concern at Facebook? Don't you have shareholders?
Senator, we do, but I believe that it is important that we first and foremost serve our customers, and the way we've done it with messaging apps, notably, without monetizing
Right.
them yet,
Right.
is a testament to what we can do to lower costs for people when we have the
All right,
opportunity.
last question. I got 19 seconds here. I got to ask this, if this is true. Do you know these people? Sheryl Sandberg, Elliot Schrage, or Monica Bickert?
I do, Senator.
Okay, is it true that Mr. Zuckerberg told them to meet several times and consider shutting down then-candidate Trump's Facebook website in 2016 because Mr. Zuckerberg disagreed with his views on immigration? Is that true?
Senator, I'm not aware.
You just don't know?
I do not know, Senator, but it would surprise me, but I'm not aware.
Okay, last question, I promise. I've seen this description before, and I want your thoughts on it. If you and I interface on Facebook, they're really not just two participants. It's you, it's me, and it's Facebook. Is that an accurate description? That nothing's private?
Except on messaging platforms, notably on WhatsApp, that is fully end-to-end encrypted. In this case, it would be just the two of us, Senator.
Okay, and this really is my last one. If Libra catches on, and let's say 200 million people are using it, somebody is going to have the data on all of the financial transactions that those 200 million people have consummated, which is going to indicate what they're buying, what they're not buying, what their likes are, where they like to shop, just a treasure trove of information. You're telling me that nobody in Calibra is going to attempt to monetize that?
Senator, when it comes to the Libra Association, they will not have any personal identifiable data, and as a result, they will have no way to
Somebody will have the
monetize.
data. Who'll have the data?
The wallets that will provide the services will have the data for their own wallets, and I can speak to.
So you're
the
telling me
Calibra.
nobody's going to monetize that data?
As far as the Calibra wallets, we don't
But
intend to.
isn't it the case that at some point, those consumers are going to be sent an email saying, do you care if we share your data, and the details are right here, click on this, and it's going to refer you to a 10-page, single-spaced disclaimer written by the lawyers in which you could hire a dead body and nobody would ever find it. And they're going to start doing it. Isn't that what's going to happen?
No, Senator.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Chairman.